The Last Scout here, and warning, this video is not going to be politically correct. So if you're easily offended, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Better turn it off now. Okay, what a week it's been, right? Politically, on Twitter, on YouTube. This weekend, all of our Hollywood stars putting in their 2 intelligence cents worth on things. But let's start off with Dirty Dick Durban of Illinois. That's right, Dirty Dick. Okay, so he is like the only witness reportedly to say that President Trump actually referred to Africa as a, quote, shithole country. But yet nobody else can recall it. Nobody else remembers it. Nobody else heard it that way. But Durban? Well, let's just take a little quick look at Dirty Dick. Now, I don't know how many of you have been in or how long you've been involved in politics, but here's the bottom line. 2007, 2008, when there was really a big push by the House to get some kind of amnesty going, Dick Durbin's office actually offered illegals phone cards to call up to the White House to bitch and moan that they needed to pass on this amnesty, you know, for illegals. He was so deeply involved in it that he even had a form out for them to ask the exact questions that they needed to be asked to make the points, talking points I guess is the best way to put it, talking points on what they needed to say. And they also advised, if you could not speak English, to get someone on the phone that you trusted to make this call for you under your name. So Dirty Dick, come on, the guy's from Chicago. Really, you're going to trust a Chicago politician? Seriously? So Dirty Dick's been trying to undermine this country forever. And to use a old term, since we're the deplorables, Dirty Dick is probably one of the most reprehensible. Matter of fact, to use a real old term, he is a political scoundrel beyond our wildest dreams. And I don't know if you saw the meeting that they had with DACA the other day, but the look on Dirty Dick's face when he was hearing from other congressional people and the president on what their thoughts were, and boy, if it wasn't in line with what he was trying to get, forget it. The look on his face said it all. It was fun to watch, actually, in that term, to where he's not speaking, other people are speaking, but the camera's on his face because he's sitting right next to President Trump. So based on the reputation of Dirty Dick, when it comes down to somebody's lying, and it ain't President Trump on what was said in there. And if you've ever studied and watched Dirty Dick Durban and his politics and his Chicago style of politics, it isn't beyond him to lie to try to get what he wants. I'm surprised he didn't go in there and blame it on the Russians. But and which brings up another point. The false alert in Hawaii this morning saying that there was an inbound missile. Well, within 38 minutes of that notice going out, which we don't know where it came from, we don't know how it came about, we just don't know the particulars of it, but within 38 minutes of the first alert, people are told that it was a false alarm. Now, apparently, within 38 minutes, Hawaii's in a total panic. I mean, it's kind of like, makes me think of the War of the Worlds when it was done on radio broadcasts back in the day with Orson Welles. People panicking. People going crazy. You know, well, maybe Jack Nicholson was right in A Few Good Men. You can't handle the truth. Heck, you can't even handle the fake truth, obviously. I mean, you're on an island. Where are you going to go if you got an inbound missile? You're not going to have a lot of time. But just to go into an absolute panic in Hawaii, and you find out within 38 minutes. But, of course, some of the politicians of Hawaii, and I don't have the name of the one guy real quick off the top of my head, starts politicizing it, blames it all on President Trump. And if that isn't bad enough, then the Hollywood stars come out to blame the false missile alert on President Trump. Jamie Lee Curtis, of all people. Really, Jamie Lee? Are you serious? If you belong to Twitter, go check out her tweet on what she said, blaming President Trump for all this. This is all his fault. Well, I'm trying to understand that, since we don't have any information on how this alert came out. Now, I guess what happened here is this is the new Democratic Communist playbook, and that is now we're going to blame everything that happens on President Trump, whether it has to do with pay raise bonuses, minimum wage going up because of the way the economy's headed, and the tax cuts, the $1,000 bonuses that some of these companies are getting out. But now we're going to take a computer error, or a human computer error, an operator error, and we're going to turn that into blaming President Trump. Well, if it's come on, see, this is how I know they changed the playbook plan, because anything that had to do with computers before, they always blamed it on the Russians, but they didn't blame this one on the Russians. So now you see how the tactics oh my God, the Democrats. Now you see how the playbook's going to go. It doesn't matter what it is, you know. Cows get out on the highway here in rural America. Yeah, let's blame it on President Trump. You know, Hillary Clinton falls downstairs. Let's blame it on President Trump. I mean, that's how ridiculous it is. When we really, you know, they are going to get down to the bottom of what happened with that Hawaii thing. And it will be really interesting to see how it plays out. But, you know, like Hollywood people, they don't care anymore. They're just going to spout whatever they're going to spout. Oh man, Sean Penn. Really, Sean Penn. Okay, Mr. Hollywood right there, right? I know a lot of people are going, Sean who? You know, the younger generation's like, who is this guy? Well, Sean Penn comes out and goes, President Trump is an enemy of compassion and humanity, or something like that, along those same lines. Well, I really do trust your judgment, Sean Penn, considering what? Less than 5 years ago, Venezuela was the greatest country in the world. Okay, I mean, you went so over the top with Venezuela, and your old buddy, what's his name, Chavez or something like that. Not to be confused with Chavez from Young Guns, the Lou Diamond Phillips character. But yeah, Hugo Chavez, that's who it was. Man, you guys were practically lip-locked and spooning in Venezuela when you were down there. Boy, Sean Penn, you just touted him beyond belief. And now look at it. in less than 5 years. It's a total hole to where people are actually eating zoo animals. The economy's so bad and they're starving, to where law and order has broken down to the nth degree. Way to go, Sean Penn. You're such a geopolitical intellect, aren't you? I mean, Christ, you make my dumbest of my dogs look smart. But all this going on, and all because people don't like President Trump, all because the Democratic Party has gone totally communist. It's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing to watch all this go down. Oh yeah! Oh, here we go. Oh, let's get veterans tanked up on this one. I can't remember the dude's first name. He's been called Chelsea for so long, but you know, Chelsea Manning, the traitor, you know, that leaked information. Now, you know, like people like Seth Rich that gave information to WikiLeaks, I've got no problem with. But what I do have a problem with is when military people like Chelsea Manning that are on active duty and, oh, what's her name? Oh, the chick with the weird name. Destiny something like that, I think it was. But when you're on active duty and you're serving the country and you are under the oath that you've taken, and you drop intelligence information, classified intelligence information outside the bounds of your authority, then you're just a piece of trash, and you'll always be a piece of trash. Oh, well, Obama pardoned Chelsea Manning. Big effing deal. I don't care. Most of the veterans I know don't care. Hell, all of the veterans I know don't care. You'll never be a veteran. You'll never be one of us. You'll never belong to the club because you're a treacherous son of a bitch. That's right, Chelsea Manning. I said it. But anyway, Chelsea Manning now is running for United States Senator of Maryland. Wow. I bet he tries to get on the Intelligence Committee. Yeah, like he'll go there. Whatever. And here's the other deal. Have you cut your junk off yet, Chelsea Manning? If not, I'm just going to refer to you as Traitor Manning. How's that? You traitorous piece of crap. That's what you are. But now you want to be a U.S. Senator. Are you kidding me? Whatever. And if Maryland falls for it, oh my God, poor Baltimore. Man, I tell you what, the battle royale between crime and murders, it's like watching a tennis match. Except the two teams are Baltimore and Chicago, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So you got Durban from Chicago, and you got Chelsea Manning from Maryland. Well, what a combination that is. You know, this 2018's election for the Democrats is looking like it's turning out to be a major freak show. A major freak show. Oh, and let's see what else. Maxine Waters and, what's that other guy's name? I can't think of it. Oh, we're going to boycott President Trump's speech on the State of the Nation. Or whatever that speech is called. It's slipping my mind right now. So what, crazy Maxine? Big deal. Don't be there, please. I'm sure you'll be holed up with your gin and tonic and whatever else you can get your hands on, you crazy bitch. Crying out loud. Like America really cares what you think. You know what you should have done, Maxine? And there's still time to do it. Why don't you and all the other Democrats during President Trump's speech get up there and take a knee on the floor of the chambers there? Yeah, take a knee. Let's get you all out there on TV. Let's see it. Go out there and take a knee. Do it for the NFL. Whatever. Anyway, What a crazy week it is. And Saturday was, man, there was so much coming out. It was insane. And oh, by the way, I got shadow banned for quite a while on Twitter, and that's fine by me. I take it as a badge of honor. That means I was doing something right. And I met a lot of the criteria, believe me. I met the criteria of being a veteran. I met the criteria of waving the flag. I met the criteria of being pro-Trump. I met the criteria of being pro-military. I met all these criterias. But anyway, I'm considered a bigot by some, and that's okay. I really don't care. When you get to be my age, names mean nothing. I've been called so many names over the years by criminals, by sergeants that I was under, people trying to teach me, people trying to train me to get my attention, but I didn't snowflake out. No, never did. And I still don't snowflake out, and I still honor my oath. But the Communist Democratic Party will roll on. And, you know, I hope some of you liberals figure out real quick what's going on. What is it they call it? Red pilled? I hope you get red pilled soon. But I got to be honest with you. If you haven't figured out what's going on in this country by now, either you're stupid, either you don't care, or either you're too lazy to really go in and check into the facts on all these issues. And to Bill and Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton, I hope you rot in hell. I really do. Man, you made Haiti a shithole and made sure of it. You know, but Haiti never really had a chance anyway. I mean, Haiti became a country 50 years after the United States became a country. But yet, after 200 and something years, they still can't figure it out. There's probably no hope for them. I mean, with all the crooked politicians, all the buyouts and being crooked by the likes of the Clintons and their friends, I don't think that Haiti stands a chance at all in the long run. Even their own neighbor won't let them cross into their border, and they all share the same island. It's pretty sad. In Africa, well, if you take a look at UN reports, the worst 14 countries on the top 20 list are all from Africa. And oh, that one quick thing. I had this, saw this one tweet. I can't remember the kid's name. He was obviously a Democrat, liberal. But he goes, Mr. President, you need to remember that we lost 4 people in Niger and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah. That's where the military goes, are to crappy-ass places to do crappy-ass jobs. And it's like, and I tweeted to him, I like going, well, maybe the next war, you know, we can all send the militaries to a sandals resort. Because that's what the military does. They go to crappy places. And you know, what gets me too is it's like all, you know, comments and stuff that you get from the liberals. They have no clue about who you are. They don't want to take time to research your background, you know, float through YouTube, see what it's all about, look at your prior tweets. They just want to call you a name immediately because they're just too lame ass to articulate their position. And that's sad. That's why it's almost impossible to have an open dialogue. Now, one person I will say that is trying to have an open dialogue on YouTube is Andy Worski. And it's quite interesting to watch him evolve into trying another medium as far as his approach to YouTube, trying to bring, you know, clashing sides together in a debate. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But hats off to Andy Worski for giving it a shot. It's a brave man to take something to do something like that, especially on YouTube when you're going to get hammered by both sides irregardless. You can't please everybody. But as far as political correctness goes in this video, I just don't care anymore. I really don't care anymore. And by that I mean, say what you got to say. If you're going to dog me, you're going to dog me. You know, if you're a Democratic communist, you're a Democratic communist. That's all there is to it. And of course, I'm a Nazi, I'm a bigot, I'm prejudiced, I'm a racist, I'm a whatever. So what? It doesn't mean anything anymore. The word usage has been so overplayed. But yet still, they use that same tactic. You know, let's don't talk about it. Let's don't compare ideas. Let's just call each other names. Anyway, that's enough chatting for this one. And take care. If you hit the subscribe button, I would appreciate it. And up to 275 subscribers now, which I know is not a lot by YouTube standards, but I'm low-key. I'm right here in small-town rural America on the Missouri-Kansas border, and not feeling overwhelmed. Just sitting back, taking care of the horses, dealing with the wife and her plants, and life is good. I don't need to be out of America. Oh, and that was another thing. Somebody wrote a comment to me, says you need to get out more. But man, I'm 62 years old. I have been all over the world. And I'm not talking about vacation. I'm talking about being in places for months, a year at a time, having to learn the language if I needed to communicate, having to shop on their economies. No, I'm not talking about a vacation. But anyway, I guess I do need to get out more. That's why I don't get out more, because I've seen just about everything I ever wanted to do and see, and I'm fortunate that way. But these people that seem to scream the loudest about what's going on in other countries and, oh, we should do this, we should do that, chances are they've never been anywhere, you know, except for vacation. Hell, most of them probably couldn't even survive one winter on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. And you people, you know who you are. You know who I'm talking about, you libtards. Anyway, that is going to be the end of this politically incorrect video. Take care. God bless. This is the Last Scout, and I'm out.